Hi, so my name is Smilin' Sam Alvey. They call me that because my name is Sam and I smile a lot. I have been a combat fighter for over 15 years. I've been with the UFC for 10 of those years, 9 of those years. I forget sometimes. And I love every second that I get to spend in the cage. Now, I do not think combat sports should be banned. One, it is a great stress relief for many people. People that would otherwise be doing things inappropriate in public have an outlet for their stress. Two, it is a martial art more than anything else. It is the oldest martial art there is. It is something that has been around and been done by human beings since before soccer was soccer, before tennis was tennis, before football was football. It is something people have been practicing in and participating in since sports have been a thing. It is also a sport that crosses demographics. You do not need to have money to practice jiu-jitsu. You just need to have time. That is it. That is the cost of jiu-jitsu. You need time to be able to do it. Sometimes time can be expensive, but it's probably the cheapest thing you have. And it's one of those things. You don't need a ball. You don't need a net. You don't need a glove. You don't need anything. You just need time. You need to be able to practice it. In some parts of the world, they don't even have punching bags. They kick trees. So if you have tree and time, you can become one of the greatest martial artists in the world. Luckily, we don't live in parts where they have trees like that, so we can use, punching bags and such. But if expense is an issue you have, this is the sport that can correct that problem. You don't need to have money to be able to do it. In every sport, there are bad eggs. There are people that will use their strengths to do things that would not be good to do to other people. That sounded dumb. Now, in all sports, there are people that will use their skill set to do things inappropriate to modern day society. Martial arts actually has an incredibly small amount of people that go out and then break the law afterwards. Sure, there are those that do it, and they get a lot of airtime as soon as they do it because it's easy to say, see, this guy fights in a cage, he will obviously fight out of a cage. But if you actually look at who has done martial arts, combat sports, and who has done crimes, like that, they're few and far between. There's something with the mentality of doing it with your hands, learning a martial art, a skill like that keeps you wanting to, keep shooting straight and narrow, keep yourself moving forwards in a way that helps society. It is one of the few sports that when you're training with a coach, it is one-on-one. If you're in soccer and you're football, you're in tennis, you're in baseball, it is a team and the coach is coaching the team. In martial arts, you have a team, but it is not a team sport. You have a coach who could very well be a father figure in your life, helping you progress, helping you develop your skill set. It is as one-on-one a technique of a partnership that a person can create with somebody else. And that's another reason so few martial artists go on to do crime, to do things that are illegal or looked down upon in society. It's because they have that father figure, that parental guidance role being filled by a coach in a very personal one-on-one method. And my final point, I probably have more points, but this will be my final one for this, is you get to make such close relationships while practicing this sport. Everything you do when you're doing it in a practice, you are I say beating up, but you're training with your friends. You're doing things with your friends that no other sport has you doing with them. You develop bonds with people that are stronger than steel. I compete in the UFC, and I get home, I spend a little time with my family, and then I go and help that man right there, Trevor Wells. He is competing in a lower organization, but I've been here sweating with him, helping him cut weight, really being with him to help him get to that next level as well. It is a relationship that will not be replicated in any other sport.